Craig isn't the only one waiting for the software. Now that some of the regions are using it, people are beginning to understand the benefits, and they're anxious to get started. When we moved Grace's region up in the schedule, and that was early in the rollout, it still caused problems and a lot of extra work. Another change opens the door for every region to question its position in the rollout and ask to be moved up. Yet he makes a strong argument for at least considering his request. But why have a schedule if we're just going to keep changing it? Moving Craig's region up means other regions will be delayed. You know I'll hear about it. And where does it end?
What do you think?
I know I said I'd look at this, but the more I think about it, the more problems I see. Moving Grace's team up in the schedule caused a major disruption, and that was at the beginning of the rollout.
Liz, I know this causes problems that you don't have the time or the desire to deal with.
Exactly. Moving up your region calls the whole plan into question again. Investing my time to deal with the objections I'll hear from the other operations managers just doesn't make sense to me. Why have a plan?
That could happen. And if it does, you'll need good rationale for moving my team up. I believe I have that.
Based on these figures?
Partly. Projected sales growth was a major factor in the original rollout order, but we underestimated that for my region. So the problem isn't with your plan, it's with our projections.
That's my point, but it is my problem if I have to revise the plan.
I know. Given the growth in my region and the problems we're having with double booking of inventory, I think it's a problem worth dealing with.
That's easy for you to say. How accurate are these new projections? Obviously, your original forecast was way off.
Fair enough. These projections are based mainly on business we've already won. Here. Within the last 6 weeks, we've signed 4 new customers, all large contracts.
Okay. But gaining 4 new customers isn't enough to convince me to change the rollout schedule.
We're close to having agreements on 3 more, and our sales pipeline is full. So if we close them at just our average rate, we're looking at a 20 to 25% sales increase over the next 6 months.
So you're basing your request on potential sales?
Partly, yes. All the other regions have only slight increases over forecast, and we're at close to 25% above. That's great. But that increase in sales is causing more order fulfillment errors.
I see. How many errors are we talking about?
Here's the incidence of double committing materials. You used similar data when you proposed the new order management software. That figure has increased even faster than new orders, and that's resulted in rising costs because we're paying to expedite orders and miss deliveries. 4 missed already this quarter, as opposed to 3 for the entire first 3 quarters. Can you see why this is a problem?
I agree it's a problem, but it doesn't justify moving you up in the schedule.
Let me ask you this. How do you think those customers felt when we missed their shipment dates?
I'm sure they weren't happy.
Let me show you something. In a way, this is what those customers experienced.
What's this?
It's from our new line.
There's nothing in here.
That's what we delivered to those 4 customers on the day they were expecting their shipments. Here's what they had to say. Very dissatisfied. Missed both promised ship dates. Reconsidering decision to purchase from you. Must be able to count on you to meet your commitments. Need assurance that all future orders will be shipped on time. Liz, if you were me, how comfortable would you be in giving that assurance?
Not very.
Now can you see why this is a problem?
Yes.
Will you help me?
My biggest concern is the impact on the other regions. Ravi's region is next in line. he's not going to willingly give up his place to let your region move ahead.
Of course not. I understand that.
So if you can convince Ravi to let your region move ahead of his, I'd be willing to consider reworking the schedule. Otherwise, it's just not practical for us to pursue.
If that's what it takes, I'll get started right away. What can you tell me about his region that might help?
He has one